I was very much like an angry feminist, anti-men. Deep down, I think it's because I just faced a lot of rejection, or I wasn't getting attention from guys that I wanted. When you reject someone before they can reject you, if you kind of adopt this like anti-man facade, then you don't have to endure more rejection. Then you're the one that's rejecting them.
That's the exact same thing that a lot of dudes are doing nowadays. You can tell like men going their own way who are just saying, well, I'm not going to even try to have women in my life so that I don't have to deal with that rejection. It's a shame because like, women are great. Having women in your life as a guy is a great experience. They're like the spice of life. I could drive in my lovely sports car. If I have a woman there next to me, it's that much more enjoyable.
Aww.
I can go to sleep or I can sleep next to a beautiful woman. I know which of those two I prefer.
I think just being chivalrous as a man is always a great way to showing interest and showing a level of kind of affection without being physical with it. You know what I'm saying? Not even just so opening her door. A popular one that a lot of men don't do is when you're walking on the sidewalk, number one, don't let no woman walk behind you. All right? She needs to be walking either next to you or in front of you. You know what I'm saying? If you are walking on the sidewalk and there's a street, you have to keep her away from the street. So be in between the street and her. You know what I'm saying? And these are things that when you do that as a man, women will notice because the average man doesn't do it. All right? So you immediately stand out in those small moments of doing very simple gestures of chivalry. So I think pulling her chair out at dinner, you know what I'm saying? Like those little things go a long way, and they're sweet little moments that she's gonna remember.
And here's what a lot of these modern women are doing. A lot of these modern women will get on TikTok or Instagram posting stuff about, oh, I want a family. Be 36, 37 years old. Oh, I want to get married. I'm finally ready to settle down. And a man will come along, slide in her DMs and say, hey, let's go grab coffee. On a dating app, swipe on you. Hey, let's go grab coffee. She'll leave that man on red and then post another sad story 3 days later. I can't find no men to talk to me. Why come men don't want to be around me? Who's willing to show up for me? The man in your DMs. The man that was trying to talk to you. The man that was swiping on you. Men, I should say, not even man. Men that were trying to talk to you. That's who's showing up for you. But for some reason, I guess you don't like the options that you have. Oh, I'm just going to stay single. Yeah, because what you perceive and who you perceive to be as Casanova ain't coming after you. So you're not really looking for a family. You're looking for some sort of status.
So according to my part 1 through part 5 series on why men do not approach women, it gives more of a clear indication as to why men don't like women as opposed to why they don't approach. Now, they gave their reason as to why they don't approach, like a rejection and attitude and nastiness and feeling like relationships are just purely transactional. But a lot of the comments kind of speak volume to when women say men don't like women. There was one man out of all of those hundreds and over 1,000 comments that said that he loved women irregardless. He has 7 sisters and he loves women. And I was looking for those type of comments, but the comments that most of the men gave very well reason why they don't like women.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
If a man can't spend $75 or $100 on a first date, he just shouldn't be dating.
Oh, ladies, if you ever want to know what the soft guy era and the drizzle movement is all about, it's videos just like this. Because, you see, while you may not like hearing this, we men are done with this level of narcissism that most of you have these days. This belief that we're supposed to spend tons of money on you on the first date because, well, you're worth it. Well, we don't know whether you're worth it or not. And really, you're telling us flat out by having this expectation that pretty much you aren't worth it. It's all about the money for you. When you make this the priority, when the amount of money that he chooses to spend on you on a first date, when you're contributing nothing else to it other than your presence, if that's what's most valuable to you, what you are telling him and every other man out there is, it's all about the money, baby. It's not about whether you want to find out if he's a good guy or you two are compatible.
And you see a lot of these modern women, God forbid a man would ask any questions about what she brings to the table. Even if they don't say, well, what do you bring to the table? But modern women, they don't mind getting their questions out. You come to a first date, y'all really don't even get to the first date, to be honest. But let's say you do actually get to the first date. You know, the first question, I'm barely sitting down. You ask me about what my firm size is. You're an entrepreneur? Well, what do you do for work? By the time the appetizers come, so how much is in your bank account? You know, she running his credit score by that time. So everything that he needs to tell you, or you want to know, he got to tell you off rip. We don't even need to get to dinner. We don't even need to get to dinner. And I need to know what you got going on. But if I should ask you, okay, what is it that you do? Huh? If I should ask you, you know, how do you contribute in relationships? What? If you can't see my value, then do I even need to be here? I mean, if that's the way you feel, I guess not.
I was talking to my partner about how men, a lot of red-pilled men talk about how hard they have it because they have to approach women in public and ask for their phone number, even though people don't do that anymore. But men in general definitely say that. You know, it's intimidating to approach a woman in public and ask her out. So in my 20s, I said, why can't I do it? Why can't I approach men? What's wrong with that? Like, why is it all on them? There's a reason that women should not be approaching men. And I'm gonna tell you why. I probably approach 5 or 6 men. It's a good amount. I would give them my phone number. And, you know, I would make sure they wouldn't have like a ring on their finger. You know, they wouldn't be with anybody. It was usually some guy in like a coffee shop by himself. I think I approached one guy at like a park with his dog one time. Every single text message, the very first text I would receive from all of these guys, very first text, was a variation of this. So what, are you some big or something? Oh, you just couldn't resist this, could you? You cannot win. If you're a woman, you cannot win. They're gonna complain either way. It doesn't matter.
And you know, what's wild is that modern women will spend years. They will spend years building a checklist off of TikTok. Man's got to be 6'2", got to be a finance guy, emotionally available. You know, he's got to read books, but not just any kind of book. This type of book. He can't even watch a lot of different types of shows. He's got to watch this type of show, right? And then she finally gets this guy. Then when she gets the guy that she actually likes, she's going to text her friend, talk about, I'm bored. He feels like a LinkedIn profile came to life. Oh, he not really the person. I just don't feel like there's a spark there. And you see it when modern women say, I married the good guy, and it's okay to divorce the good guy. You got exactly what you said that you wanted, and you're disappointed. Maybe the problem was never actually him. Maybe the problem was you. Maybe it was, I'm looking at superficial stuff. I'm wanting a man to perform all of these services for me, but there's no actual genuine connection. Why? Because he's really the only one bringing anything to the table. He's really the only one that really actually does things for me because he likes me. Dare I say it, loves me. But I'm not doing anything for him, but just receiving. And that should be good enough. That's going to build a relationship. Somebody that gets to do things for you all the time. Are you okay?
Okay, ladies, before I finish this video, I already know what y'all about to say. If he's that type of man, I don't want him anyway. Ladies, I understand that. Do understand there are a lot of men that are afraid of rejection. That's just plain and simple. Has nothing to do with him being intimidated by you. That man don't even know you like that. That man is afraid of rejection. He needs to be afraid. Some of y'all are mean. It's like dealing with a Tasmanian devil. And some of y'all got some cray-cray stalkers too. Man hiding behind the bushes. You got your baby daddy hiding behind the gym, waiting to see who's willing to holler at you. So he got some concerns in the back of his mind. That man thinks you attractive. You think he's handsome. I'm not telling you just to go ahead and dive in and shoot your shot, but there's nothing wrong with you giving that extra 2-second stare or a little smile to let him know that it's safe, that you're not going to eat him. So understand there are a lot of men that are afraid of rejection. Everybody's not ignorant like me. I'll shoot my shot in front of your mama. I don't care if your friends are there. Excuse me, Big Daddy coming through. Stink, I need to holler at you. And I'm trying to teach young men to have their confidence in themselves. But some people just naturally have it and some people don't. Leave your comment in the comment section. But you know, y'all supposed to be grown. Y'all can do what y'all want to do.
And once again, these modern women, they're really there for the experience. By the time they get through, oh, I got to do this video for my followers, and they think it's okay, right? And this is fundamentally the problem. Everything that they do has to be content, which, you know, well, the right man he'll get it and he'll understand it. Yeah, but you guys got to start making the connection with him first. Does that make sense? You guys got to start running stuff by him first, because you're there to connect with him. You're not really there to connect with your followers, right? Y'all ruin your relationships, you know, and social media, get the bag, got it. Understand it. I mean, get your money for whatever you want to do, fine. But instead, y'all are going on a date with men, and y'all are trying to get the validation and the opinion of your subscribers and your followers, and you're not even connected. So the dude's already checked out. I mean, you take it. Well, hold on, don't move yet. I gotta take a picture of this, and I gotta take a video of this. And all that stuff, y'all not even walked in. Your reservations for 7 o'clock is 7:30. First of all, you show up late, and this is one of the places where you gotta be on time. You show up late, and then you got him waiting. It's already 7:12. Oh, we should be all right. Right? Okay. Most of these places give grace, you know, like a 15-minute grace period. But then you're out here taking videos and stuff like that and walking casually. I like to make an entrance. What are you doing? And then when the man don't call you back, oh, I didn't work out. You know, men are intimidated, and you sitting there crying on live stream. You did that. You got to take accountability for that. Stop acting.
I am on my way to give my menstrual blood back to the earth and to my plants.
Really? Why? Just seriously, why?
Most women leave a marriage because they're unhappy, but men stay until they are completely empty.
It's something I've noticed a lot lately. A man will stick around through years of bad attitudes, being ignored, and flat out disrespect.
He stays because he made a promise and he's trying his best to keep it. Women tend to chase a feeling, happiness, but men, they fight for a commitment. It might sting to hear that, but it's the truth. There's a huge gap between being unhappy and being ungrateful. Unhappy is something you can work on. You can fix it with some honest talk and a little bit of effort. But ungrateful, that's different. That's when you just stop seeing the good man standing right in front of you. Maybe your husband didn't stop trying. Maybe you just stopped noticing. You stopped saying thank you. You stopped respecting him. You stopped giving him the same love that you expect to get back from him. Eventually, even the strongest man gets tired of feeling like he doesn't matter. Men don't usually quit in a loud way. They quit quietly. By the time he's finally done, it's not because he stopped loving you. It's because he's tired of begging you to love him back. So before you say you're just unhappy, ask yourself one thing. Are you actually giving him the same respect and effort that you're asking for?
You know, you have a lot of men out here choosing peace. Really, honestly and truly. It doesn't matter if a man is in a relationship or a man is, you know, currently pursuing a relationship, or a man doesn't have a relationship at all. It doesn't matter, right? Men have come to the point to where, you know, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. There's no reason for me to continue feeling like this every day. I should not have to come home from work. And it's gotten to the point to where it's not even me coming home from work. I could be at work. And even it's gone beyond me being at work. I start my day with foolishness. You help me to start my day with foolishness. Men are tired of that. I start my day with foolishness. From the night before, you had something silly going on. I get up in the morning, you still have foolishness going on. I'm at work in the middle of the day, you still got foolishness going on. At the end of the day, I come home when I should be eating dinner, watching the game, still got foolishness going on. All points and parts during the day, you've got foolishness going on. Why in the world would I want to be around them? Y'all don't care about it because you like keeping up mess. You like drama. You like to be the center of attention. Modern women, and I'll take drama. I'll take this attention, this validation, however I can get it. But men are not that way. A lot of men are not that way. They don't like that type of stuff. But you're going to keep on doing that, and you're going to wonder why a man is like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to be a part of this nonsense. I'm just going to stay single. I'm not going to be part of this. I don't have to do this. You're wondering why. You're going to be asking where the men are. Staying far away from.
Men, be honest, if you were seeing a girl and she never cared about what you did and never even checked in about where you are, what you're doing, would you behave better or worse?
He's probably going to just think that you don't like him very much, because when you like somebody, you're kind of interested in their life. You're going to want to know like what's up and how their day was.
There's really only two reasons why he can't or won't commit to you. Number one is the obvious one. He's just not that interested. He's not that interested in committing to you over time. He might really like you to some degree, but not interested in liking you enough to commit to you. But number two is where we get confused. See, what guys, ladies, is about timing. It might not be the right time for him to allocate his time and energy to a relationship. He might really like you, and it might be a really great, he might even love you. But if he doesn't have his personal and professional life figured out, if he's struggling financially, he can't afford to get comfortable inside a relationship and satisfy the needs of a relationship, because he has to do it for himself. It's not the right time for him. He needs to get parts and pieces of his life figured out before he can feel good enough about committing inside of a relationship and being comfortable and taking you out and spending money and consistency and all this other shit. He's going to drive him, and he will implode if he does that. Typically, he will implode. So those are the main two, the big two. One, he's just not that interested in. Two, he's not ready. It's not the right time for him. He's not in the commitment style in his life. He has to put his focus and energy on other things so that he can be ready enough to, when it comes time, he actually can commit to you. If he doesn't have those things in order, he's not committing, and he won't commit well if he does. Oops.
I think what gets me is modern women will sit up there and cry for 2 hours after seeing their college roommate's gender reveal. And then they'll go over there and reopen Hinge, and now they'll add no hookups to their profile for the fourth time in a year. For the fourth time. If you stop messing around, then maybe you can have what your friend has. But like I said, y'all be out here riding the carousel. And then when somebody else, one of your friends who hasn't been doing that, or I'll say, maybe they were out there acting a fool. They decide, you know what? I'm getting a little bit too old for this. I gotta quit. That's the problem with modern women. They don't quit. They keep on doing whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they want to do it. And men keep on telling you, listen, you're doing it. It's you doing this. You're looking around at all your friends and how they're having success and dating and marriage and all that stuff, and you want that. But like I said, you open the dating apps and say, oh, no hookups. You keep on putting it on and off, putting it on and off, putting it on and off. And you keep, I'm just having fun, or this, and this. At some point in time, you're going to have to get serious. That's what men keep saying. Y'all wait 10, 15 years when you way past your prime. And I don't want to use that word strictly, but you be 50 years old. Be 50 years old. You didn't use yourself, your body, and now you want a man to say, okay, come in and make me whole. What? No.
All women say they want a good man until they actually meet one and realize they're not equipped to handle him. A good man is not convenient. He doesn't bend to accommodate chaos. He doesn't rearrange his values because you're emotional. A real good man has discipline, boundaries, and priorities that don't shift based on your mood. And this is where women get confused. When you've never met emotional maturity, you misread everything. You call him cold because he won't tolerate drama. You call him selfish because he protects his peace. You label him detached because he refuses to beg for your approval. But that's not coldness. That is self-respect. A man who knows his worth doesn't move from insecurity. He moves from conviction. Good men don't chase drama. They don't chase chaos. And they sure don't chase women who weaponize emotion. They build, they lead, they create order. Most women aren't ready for the responsibility that comes with a stable man because stability doesn't feed your need for emotional roller coasters. It doesn't scratch that itch for unpredictable validation. For women raised in dysfunction, peace feels boring until you lose it. A good man requires partnership, respect, and a woman who's emotionally regulated, not reactive, not reckless. Stay solid. Good men don't bend, they build. And the right woman rises to meet him.
I think here's what modern women, they don't seem to get is, you have a guy that's texting you good morning. The man is, picking up the tab a lot of times. He's planning the dates and all that other stuff. He some of these guys are driving across town. Some of these guys are driving to another city. I want to reiterate, they're picking up the tab. I mean, paying for everything, asking follow-up questions, remembering everything that you said. But for some reason, you think that you don't have to do anything in a relationship. Number one. Number two, in a lot of those situations, modern women will straight up friend-zone that guy. Will straight up friend-zone him. The man did everything that you were, asking him to do, and then you'll friend-zone him. You tell me how that's gonna work. You tell me who you gonna find that's gonna do everything that man was doing for you, and be happy to do it. That's what they think until 30 rolls around. Oh, I got time. 35 rolls around. Oh, I got time. I can extend my time if I freeze my eggs. 35, 36, 37, 38, 40 rolls around. And now you're like, dang. I recently heard one woman say, I'm kind of the black sheep of the family. I think she was like 50 or almost 50. I'm the black sheep of the family. I'm always messing stuff up. I thought I'd be married by now, but, I'm messing up everything. Everybody else is married. And, me being single is kind of destroying basically the whole vibe, which, not really. You don't need to be rushing into things just because you feel like you're the odd man out or you're the third wheel. That's the quickest way to get into trouble, right? But we can say that you've probably been messing around and wasting time in your younger years. And maybe that did contribute to you being in the position that you're in today.
Ladies, I want to talk to you about your expectations while dating, while you are engaging and interacting with a man when you go out on a date. You absolutely have to have expectations, and it is in your best interest if those expectations are high. You have to raise the bar. You should be expecting the man or the men that you're entertaining to plan dates. You should be expecting them to treat you like a lady. You should be expecting them to open your door, to pull out your chair, to be a gentleman, to pursue you, to chase you. You should be expecting them to do all these things. If you don't have any expectations, then that won't happen. You're not reaching too high. You're not expecting too much. You're not being too high maintenance. These are very basic things. They are extremely basic. And when you have the expectation that you are going to get these things, then the man is going to give them to you. Either he can and he will, or he can't and he won't. You know that saying, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything? That part. Raise the bar on your standards.
This term high value men sounds kind of stupid to me in a way, but what it means is guys who have their shit together and aren't afraid to tell women, hey, this is what I want, and I'm prepared to take care of you, and I'm prepared to be a good man, and I'm prepared to be honorable, but here's what I expect of you, and you're not doing it, right? So they're going to check their women. And if their women are out of line, and they're also going to expect to be the man of the house. They're not going to have you be running the show at home, right? And them just like a little puppy dog walking around on a leash. They're not going to do it.
See, ladies, I'm going to be real with you. The thing is, once a guy randomly stops talking to you throughout the night or throughout the day without no communication whatsoever, and I'm going to tell you 110% that he is entertaining and talking to another girl. Someone else has his attention while you're over there begging for it. See, if you were truly the only one, he would communicate with you throughout the day that he is busy, because it only takes 3 to 5 seconds to actually send a text back or send an update back. But yet, since you aren't, then he does not care how long he makes you wait, especially because you're not his first and only option. See, when you're genuinely the only girl that a guy is talking to, he's going to want to hear from you throughout the day, which means he's going to become less and less busier for you. He's going to make time for you. He's going to actually prioritize the moments that y'all have to actually chat. See, guys don't be just asleep or at work or busy. They have their phone on them all the time. They be sending memes back and forth to other guys and, you know, liking other girls' pictures, but yet you can't get a text back. See, the sad reality is, since he has other options, he does not care how long he makes you wait or how it makes you feel. And once he gets bored of the other girls, then he is going to eventually come running back to you until he eventually gets bored of you and then ghosts you again. But y'all stay safe.
A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1, we have women who make man-hating content. Just because you can't find a man that you want that wants you back and all the ones you date are bums does not make all men losers. You're the loser because you can't get what you want. Right behind that at number 2, we have women who make de-center men content. They are literally the center of your content. If they didn't exist, neither would your platform. And lastly, for the girlies that actually post, are the ones that make first date content. It's in the same vein. It's all really ridiculous, and you're never going to find a man that is going to take you seriously because all of them are going to see your social media and run, as they should. Number 4, we have women who have no hobbies outside of social media. The girls that come home from work and they scroll on their phones, eat some dinner, scroll on their phones some more, and go to bed. Loser. Number 5, we have women who genuinely try to imitate or idolize female rappers. You are not a Barb, you're 30. Number 6, women who make jokes about men's mental health. I'm sorry you don't have any men in your life that you genuinely care about or that care about you. That's sad. Seek therapy, not projecting to other people on the internet. We are not in this. You have trauma. Deal with that. Number 7, we have women with 2 or more baby daddies. I will not be elaborating on that. I think it speaks for itself. Last but not least, we have women that would choose the bear. Did y'all not see that girl get her butt whooped by that deer? That's what y'all would look like, but 10 times worse, and I feel sorry for you. Final disclaimer, I am an equal opportunist, so I can make the same list for men, but this one's for you ladies. Love you. Not really.
So I was on a date with a woman, and she's very liberal, more soft, feminine, that way, right? And for me, I'm a very no-nonsense, non-political, but educated on it, not politically correct, man's man, right? And I asked her, I was like, why, like, what do you see in me? Because we're polar opposites. And she said that that's what it is, like we're polar opposites. And she likes a man that looks like I can her, another person with my bare hands, but won't do it. So I'll say this, no matter how woke she is, women, they don't want soft men. They want hard, masculine appearing, capable men. They don't want that soft shit.
So do not change who you are. Lean into the more masculine. It's important to be in touch with your feminine side as a man, but that does not mean that you have to be feminine appearing in order to do that. So if you're hyper masculine, that's fine. That just means you're more masculine than you are feminine. As long as you have connection, that emotional maturity, that's all that matters.
A man does not spend money on me. There is no point. I do not continue the relationship. There is absolutely no purpose that man serves in my life.
I've got the perfect man for you. You need yourself a boss, because then he just gives you money to go spend on yourself. Have one of those, it's fantastic. Highly recommend it. I mean, I don't even have to go get money from my husband because I have a boss that gives me money instead. And that's the beautiful thing, is you can have a boss and a boyfriend, or a boss and a husband. Any combo you want. You can even have more than one boss. If you want 2 or 3 bosses, you can have that too, and they give you money. You just buy whatever you want. They don't even track it. Like, you can go out and buy sushi and they're not looking at it. They're not seeing what you're spending the money that they give you on. It's so fantastic. 10 out of 10, highly recommend getting yourself a boss or 2.
To all the act like y'all so confused in the comment section, yo ho running laps around you. Fast as she can. She got a for everything you go through. That really make me sick acting stupid. What else you think she finna do with that tablet? Talk to her other dummies? Some of y'all be deserving this that be happening to y'all because y'all be too stupid. Or y'all be too stupid. And for the that keep playing these dirty games, when that catch up with you and he swanton bomb yo, oh well. Don't call nobody, deal with it.
How creepy is it if I send an email to somebody's faculty email to find out if they're single? This is the backstory. Somebody I'm working with had met this guy like several years ago, like 15 years ago, at a work-related thing. Lost touch, never, knew anything about him, and all she had was his like faculty bio. I did an internet search. The only thing I could find from him was a LinkedIn, which looked like a LinkedIn. Like it was not active at all, so I didn't think messaging it would actually get me anywhere. Couldn't find any social media profiles. So usually my first step would be like, okay, do I have mutual friends? But because there's no social media profiles, there was really like super limited info to go on except his faculty email. And I realize this is creepy, and it's also a shot in the dark because I don't know if he's single. And I'm really, really careful when it's this kind of situation, because if he's not single, I don't want to piss off his wife, right? By like sending this out of the blue email, and it could potentially really annoy her. So that's why I take very careful measures before I do that. So this is the email that I was going to send. Before I did that though, I actually had tons of people respond to me. One of those people is my friend who is a professor herself and has been in the academic world for a long time. So I was like, yo, listen, this is his like staff bio thing. Do you know anybody in the academic world? Ha ha ha. She did. Turns out he's a twin, which is very interesting. And she asked her friend, and her friend is like, he might be married, but I'm not sure if it's the twin that's married. So we're trying to find out. So I'm still waiting on that information. If he is married, I'm so glad I didn't send the email because, again, don't want to be disrespectful to his wife. But let's see what happens.
Unpopular opinion, men are the prize. Think about it. Women generally want relationships, marriage. In order to get that, specifically from the man we want, we have to wait for the guy to ask us something we want. Now, we used to be more of a prize. In order to get, they had to be committed to us. We had the leverage then. Now we don't. Back in the day, if you wanted this, you got to put a ring on it. And the majority of women were united on that front. Now women give away their prize like it's nothing. If I don't, she sure will. It's given away without any commitment. Shoot, we're giving men babies that aren't even committed to us. So what men want from us is no longer a prize like it used to be. It's a dime a dozen. Now women are throwing it at men in hopes of getting a commitment. And there's only a certain amount of men that women really want. It's a jungle out there. Though today it seems like they're more of a prize than we are. Because is abundant. Committed relationships, not so much. But what do you guys think? It's not a flex if a man is living with you and he's paying all the bills. This is according to Professor Bay. Let her explain it to you.
It ain't nothing appealing about living with a man saying, oh, my man, the household bills. He's going to have to pay bills to have somewhere to stay. So in reality, he's benefiting a lot more than you are with y'all living together, because women put a lot more into a household, managing a household and making sure things in that household run smoothly. To me, the amount of labor that you have to put in living with a man, no matter how good he is not worth living with him paying those household bills.
But just like he was paying bills on his own,
and has to do so anyway, with you or not, don't you have to take care of your own household, whether he's there or not, as well? Unless you were the man who never did any things on his own when he lived on his own, or cooked for himself, he never cleaned for himself. And maybe I get it. I'm thinking you living together, you're lightening each other's load. No?
The real flex is him giving you some money, you living in your own space, he lives in his own space, and get out your face.
I guess that is a flex, but who's doing that nowadays? In this economy?
All that spending the night, all that in your kitchen, all that cleaning up behind him, all that him asking you thousands of questions, what's for dinner, all that. The amount of work is just not worth them little couple $1,000. No.
I mean, if my bills were paid and I was in charge of stuff, I don't see that as a bad thing, especially if I don't have to work. And even if I had to work, my bills are paid. I guess it all depends on the type of man he is. Maybe I'm missing something, but what do you guys think?
We are all over the dating apps, so here's how you're going to meet somebody organically. Let's start with pickleball because that's my favorite. We're going to find a club or a league and sign up for a class. You are not going to go to the park by your house and just stand at a pickleball court. Best times to go are weekdays at 6 p.m. and Saturday mornings and even Sunday afternoon. Weekday mornings is an interesting crowd. The men that are there are either successful entrepreneurs, men that work the second shift, or men that don't have jobs at all. To be honest, it's kind of hard to tell the difference, and you have to ask a lot of questions to get to the bottom of it. It might be worth it, it might be not. If you're new, if you're a beginner and you're feeling nervous, don't. Honestly, use that to your advantage. First 3 months I played pickleball, I constantly told everyone, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing. People go there to talk and chat. So it's a low pressure way to meet people. This is water, by the way. I just hold this for fun. Guys, I know it sounds ridiculous, but sometimes I just act like the helpless woman that needs a little help. But you know what? Men love it. They do. Typically, in my experience, a man is not going to ask me my phone number right away. So if a man's interested, what he's going to do is he's going to say, oh, do you normally play Saturday at 10 a.m.? Or he's going to say, when is the next time you're playing? Because he wants to know when I'm going to be there so that way he can bump into me again. After a few times that you see each other, then he's probably going to say something like, what are you doing after? Or what are you doing this weekend? That's kind of the end where like, oh, he's like really, really interested and he wants to ask me out. This is your comfort zone as far as what you want to do. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't know, do you want to do something? If like I want him to take more of the lead, then I'll just be kind of like, oh, I'm not sure. What are you up to? You're not going to go the whole way. They need to be chasing. They need to be asking. But you need to at least kind of let them know a little bit that you're interested. This got really long-winded, so I'm going to have to do a part 2 on how to meet a man at a bar or restaurant. So stay tuned to that.
What are we supposed to do about lots of girls saying they don't want to be approached at all in public? First of all, I think you meant to say women, but we'll let that one slide for now. And I don't know who all these women are because the vast majority, if not every single woman I've spoken with wants to be approached in public again, opposed to just relying on online dating. The key is that you as a man have to have more attentiveness to the nuances of the situation, right? It all depends on when you do it and then how you do it. So first of all, when? Never, 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 never approach a woman when she's working out. Just let her work out. Never approach a woman when she's in a potentially vulnerable situation, i.e. at night, walking to her car, taking public transit. And also when she's like very clearly in a rush. I think that goes for both genders. It's just common courtesy. And then secondly, how? Be respectful. Say, hi, excuse me, give them a compliment, ask for the time, start some small talk, whatever. And then if/when they say they're not interested in you or show it very clearly with their body language, back off. Don't push it. No one's gonna get mad at you for respectfully approaching a stranger in public and then leaving them alone when they want to be left alone. That's fine. No one's gonna cancel you or whatever for that. The problem is some men don't seem to understand this. And if you can't get it through your head that you have to be respectful and a little bit more aware of what's going on before approaching a woman in public, then I can't help you because you have brain damage, most likely from playing football.
A lot of these modern women, whether you're a single mother or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be the same, right? It's just that a lot of times single mothers they're a little bit more, some of these women, not all women, but some of these women, they're a little bit more, they have a heightened, and I understand it, a heightened awareness of the things that are going on around them, right? But even at that, you still have to audition for the man as well. A lot of times a lot of these modern women are like, well, a man has to audition for me He has to do X, Y, and Z. He has to show me this, and this. And sometimes they be asking a man to do stuff that has nothing to do with dating or courting or anything. That's just what I wanted, right? So you have a lot of modern women out here. Well, I got to make sure that this is in line, and I'm a single mother, so I have standards, and my standards are even higher, and this and that. But really, honestly and truly, and this is why I mentioned it, you look at their standards, and really it's not really a higher standard. Sometimes it's just desperation. Sometimes it's just, I really need this. I really want this in my life. I really don't want to work anymore. Right? So I need a man to make enough so I can take a step back. Well, do you plan on having any other kids? No. Well, what step back are you going to be taking? You don't plan on having any other kids. That's your kid. He'll come in and be a father figure and be the man of the house. He doesn't need to pay for you. You don't need to become a stay-at-home mom. But they be asking for things. They be, I want more from this next relationship. And they be trying to put more pressure on a man to do stuff that they can actually do themselves. If they stop being lazy or stop wanting to be mentally lazy. Well, I want to do this now. No. You need to continue the stuff that you are doing and stop trying to find a man and dump all your problems on, whether it's financially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You need to continue to handle your